Goeienaand! Good evening, fellow South Africans and citizens of the world. Oh, I should say good day, shouldn't I? Because it's good day in your part of the world. Now, I do apologize for that little issue that I'm having with the Premier videos, live streams. I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong there. But regardless, we're here now on this live stream, so welcome. We've got 170 people watching at the moment. Just a little bit of information as to what's going on in the world with this coronavirus. Probably the real biggie is that the Tokyo Olympics has basically been postponed until 2021. So that's how big this coronavirus is. Talking about Australia, I'm going to show you a short video because I'm still waiting for Ramaphosa to take the stand. I'm working on Enca's timing here. They say he's coming on at 9 a.m. Okay, looking at Australia. They estimate 13.8% of the population is going to be unemployed in Australia in the next month. 13.8%, that's 1 million Australians. Now, just consider how the unemployment rate is going to jump in South Africa. It's going to be absolutely horrendous. The rand is approaching 18 rand to the dollar. Getting back to Australia again, interstate travel. The states have basically shut their borders, and Qantas has now shut down 90% of air traffic. Shut it down. Enca says that, as I said, that they said that Ramaphosa's speech would start at 9 a.m., but I think he's always a bit late, so I'm just waiting for that to kick off. What I'm going to do is start off by sending or playing a short video that is what is happening in Australia right now, just so you get an idea of the impact of this incredible virus sorry guys, I've just got to get the right thing here. Here we go. Okay.
Pandemic. Your questions about coronavirus answered. Comprehensive coverage all week.
We are ramping up our diagnostic capabilities
with the latest facts and information.
In an event of a crazy pandemic, there are masks, nappies.
Everything you need to know.
Schools might have to be closed for a period. People might have to work from home.
7:30 this week on ABC and iView.
Hello, I'm Dr. Norman Swan. Peace of mind can come from knowing the facts. And this is a time when Australians are increasingly worried about Covid-19. And when you're worried, turn to a trusted source. The ABC is covering this epidemic day by day, hour by hour, with the experts. In the meantime, there are simple things you can do for yourself. Wash your hands regularly with soap and water or a hand sanitizer. Try to keep your distance from other people and avoid physical contact. If you're going to sneeze or cough, do it into a fresh tissue, which you then discard, or into your elbow. And if you get a cough or a cold, remember the most likely thing at the moment is that you've just got a cough and a cold. But talk to your doctor about it before turning up at the surgery. When you do all these things, you're not just protecting yourselves, you're protecting the community at large. For more information, go to abc.net.au/coronavirus or health.gov.au.
Tomorrow on News Breakfast, back to basics. Our resident food guru joins us with some hearty but simple to cook comfort food favourites.
Yeah, maybe Alice can tell the hoarders among you just what do you do with 50 cans of tinned tomatoes. Don't miss it.
Well, this week it's over to you. This is your show. Tell us what you need to know about the spread of coronavirus. It's changing the way we live and the way we do things here at Q&A. Your questions have never been more important, and we're here to get the answers to them no matter where you are across Australia. So head to our website right now, send in what you want to know and share a bit of your story as well. abc.net.au/ponder.
Q&A, tonight on ABC and iView. Europe's coronavirus epicentre.
Iconic cities shut down. Thousands of new cases every day. The Italian population forced indoors.
A system at breaking point.
How disrupted has it become?
It is quite simply unprecedented. I've never seen anything like it.
Foreign correspondent, tomorrow at 8.
Those who've lost their jobs in the pandemic flood Centrelink offices and the MyGov website as the government backflips on claims the site was hacked. Quiet on the streets. Pubs, gyms, churches shut down under strict social distancing measures to combat the virus. The Australian Olympic Committee tells athletes to prepare for the Tokyo Games to be postponed for a year. And investors take flight today with nearly $100 billion lost from the value of shares. Hello and welcome to ABC News. I'm Andrew Gagan. Thanks for joining us. The government's major crackdown on gatherings in response to the coronavirus pandemic has come into effect across the country. The Prime Minister Scott Morrison has blamed people's failure to follow social distancing for the extreme measures and says even harsher crackdowns could follow if people fail to follow the rules. Non-essential services including licensed clubs, pubs, cinemas, casinos, indoor sporting venues and places of worship are no longer allowed to open. Restaurants and cafes are restricted to takeaway service only. Supermarkets, pharmacies and petrol stations are among those services to stay open. Victoria has brought forward its Easter school holidays while in the ACT schools are moving towards online classes from tomorrow. Schools in all other states in the Northern Territory will remain open. Federal Parliament has been sitting today to pass the government's urgent economic stimulus packages. The measures include payments for small businesses to keep people employed, a doubling of unemployment benefits and changes to the rules around accessing superannuation. And the Australian Olympic Committee has told athletes to prepare for the summer 2021 Games in Tokyo as the IOC concedes this year's Games could be postponed. The IOC's executive board has set a 4-week deadline to make a decision on either postponement or a scaled-down Olympics. Well, the Government Services Minister, Stuart Robert, has backed away from claims the MyGov website was targeted by a hacker. The website used to access government services, including Centrelink, has been crashing today due to unprecedented demand. Mr. Robert not only denied that it crashed, he also wrongly claimed it had been hit by a denial of service cyber attack. Let's get more on this and cross to political reporter Jane Norman at Parliament House. So Jane, what is the latest with the website?
Well, it appears, Andrew, it's still experiencing difficulties. I tried to log on to the MyGov website just before coming on air and it says that it is still unavailable. Now, it's little surprise that this website has had such unprecedented demand. The government says that ordinarily about 6,000 people would be on that website at any given time. Today, there were 95,000 people trying to access the website. Now, from midday today, we know that pubs, clubs, cinemas, casinos all shut their doors, and so there will be more and more Australians sadly joining the job queue and trying to get on to Centrelink payments like the New Start allowance. But Stuart Robert, the minister responsible for Centrelink, when he was asked about the issues with MyGov earlier today, said it was both unprecedented demand and a cyber attack. He claimed that there was a denial of service attack, which is a similar style to the hack that brought down the census website back in 2016. But in question time, he was then forced to clarify that it was not in fact a cyber attack, but there was such a flood of Australians trying to get onto the website that it basically overloaded the system. Now, he is promising, the government's promising, to try and boost the capacity of the website to deal with the predicted massive rise in the number of people trying to access government services. The government's also promising to extend Centrelink call centre hours from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. as people try and, get onto the unemployment benefit. But they're really urging Australians to be patient, to not actually go to Centrelink agencies around Australia, because the number of staff that are on have been reduced because of new social distancing measures. So the message from the government is be patient, try logging on tonight, try logging on tomorrow to access those government services. But here is the Minister during question time clarifying that issue of the denial of service attack.
I've also asked the Department to investigate the DDoS alarm triggering, and the advice to me is as following. Our systems have had multiple and sustained denial of service attacks over the past few weeks. The network alert status is now at high. This combined with all of the data that the 98 or 95,000 users gave rise to a very strained performance because of the high number of usage, and that caused the outage. The DDoS alarms show no evidence of a specific attack today. The advice here doesn't mean there is no need for heightened cyber security.
All right, guys. Wow. Yeah, look, I'm still waiting for notification that Ramaphosa is talking. I've had no notification on a couple of the channels that I'm watching and following. So as soon as I have that, we will cross live to him. The latest I heard from SABC that it's happening at 9:30 a.m. Helene, I just did a little teaser video about how the coronavirus is affecting people in Australia. I mean, if it's affecting things so badly here in Australia, you can imagine what it's going to do in South Africa. It's going to be absolutely catastrophic. All right, so what I'll do is I'll take any questions that people might have while we wait for, we've got about 15 minutes, I think, before Ramaphosa takes the stage. So if you've got anything you'd like to ask, please go ahead. I have, Ryan, believe me, I've learnt a lot, but this new live stream format they've got still has me kind of trying to sort out what goes on. But it's best I do it on something like that when Ramaphosa is late, as per usual, so that we don't lose any valuable information. Okay, we've got about 250 people watching right now, and welcome all to the live stream. Val asks, what do you think? Do you think it's going to be locked down or not? I think if it's locked down, I think that's the key that opens Pandora's gate. I think that it's going to be absolute chaos in South Africa. Right, I'm still waiting for any news of Ramaphosa going live, guys, so as soon as we get that, I will put it straight on. Highway asks, why are your comments always so negative about South Africa? Well, they're not actually. I sometimes have some videos where I actually say some very positive things about South Africa, but there's really not many people out there who are telling it like it is in South Africa. And this channel is really to get the news out to the rest of the world about what is happening in South Africa. Yeah, I reckon the train's stuck on the lines, Ian. Well, with a name like Grim Reaper, that's rather like the pot calling the kettle black. Etienne, when I moved house, I had to leave bonsai behind, unfortunately. Which politician tells the truth? Keith, I don't think any politicians tell the truth. I think they all are beholden to their keepers. That's exactly right, Jack. I don't sugarcoat the news. Thank you, Francie. I'll try and tell it as I see it. You're very welcome, Kevin. Yeah, RJ, that's what I try and do, and especially with the way that the South African government are now censoring the media in South Africa when it comes to the coronavirus. They can't really do much about me being here in Australia. Look, the protests on the 20th had to be postponed because of the gathering limitations. Yeah, I do miss bonsai, Sherry, but it is what it is, as I always say. New Zealand's announcement, a lockdown. Yeah, look, we have a lockdown right around Australia now. I can tell you now, you can't fly interstate. I can't fly from Queensland to New South Wales. If I do, I've got to stay quarantined for 14 days in New South Wales before I do anything. It's becoming that crazy here in Australia. Now, if anyone sees any channels where they have Cyril Ramaphosa arriving or something like that, apart from SABC, Enka is obviously a good one. I mean, they're all going to be covering this. I'm just waiting for. Oh my gosh, I've got 2 or 3 channels up. I've even got the Presidency of the Republic YouTube channel up, which I'm hoping to use because that'll probably be the best one. Yeah, well, it's interesting, Jack, because I've been saying for weeks now to people to prep. You know that. All my older subscribers know that. And lots of people are saying, oh, why bother prepping? Why bother prepping? That's just a waste of time. Well, I think those people are going to be battling to find anything in the shelves when they realize they do have to prep. It's better to be safe than sorry. It really is. Marika asks, why am I an Aussie? Or why am I in Aussie? Marika, I came to Australia in 1986 because I was very concerned about what was happening in South Africa. And I'm really pleased that I did because we know the chaos that's happening in South Africa now, and you know, the economy is completely on the ropes. As I said, the rand is now approaching 18 rand to the dollar. Absolutely crazy. What does she think right now, Ryan? Is she happy that you did that? Not thinking that anymore. Well, there you go, you see. Jarko, yes, look, I did send an email to Big Daddy Liberty, and he never got back to me. Perhaps he didn't get my email, I'm not sure. Okay guys, we're approaching 9:30 AM, so let's hope that we don't have a further delay. Talking about African time, I have this little mug. Let me just see if I can see this. This is when I was in Fiji last year. Have a look at this. This is a beer mug holder. I'm on Fiji time. No hurry, no worry. That's basically one of the well-known quotes in Fiji. Did you move right out of town, Helen? That's probably not a bad idea. Well, we can have a bit of a chat. It's only another 5 or 6 minutes before apparently Ramaphosa will appear on stage. As I say, if anyone sees any activity, please just put a link here in the side chat and I'll go and have a look. But I can't dictate to the President of South Africa when he actually sits up or stands up and takes the stage. Right, those who think there's going to be a lockdown, say 1. Those who don't think there's going to be a lockdown, stay 2. Let's see what the votes say. I know what I'm going to say. Well, I think the lockdown decision has it. Thanks, Jocko. That'd be great. Yeah, Sanet, you raise a very good point. Because what they might do is they might lock down particular parts of South Africa, like, for example, the Eastern Cape, or areas where they see there's going to be a huge increase in the amount of coronavirus cases. I think that might be the way that they go selectively. What I've heard is that the army has been put on standby in South Africa. So there's something on the go. Just while I'm talking to you guys, I did put this in the side chat earlier. If someone approaches you with a mask when you're at a shopping center or in the parking area or wherever, don't accept it, because the latest scam is they've put some kind of fluid drug in the mask, and when you put it on you faint and then they can rob you blind. So just be aware of that. Esme, I'm not sure, but I think that this coronavirus has just caught everyone with their pants down, and the media now are just focusing on that, and I don't think anything has changed at Eskom. I'm pretty sure it's as bad as it always has been. David, I get hundreds of emails every day. If you send me an email, I would certainly have read it and had a look and looked at the links. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, also the army said that they aren't capable to assist. Corey, I don't think Cyril's got any money to play with. I think that this is going to just cement the rand into junk. I don't think that if Moody's don't put it into junk, you know, people will be pinching themselves. It's clear that the rand is going to junk. And that's why the rand is, you know, imploding right now on the markets, because people can see that. And once it goes to junk, they won't have any cash to play with, believe me. Wow, Jocko, that's a interesting concept. You've just got to be really careful, mate, because some of these guys, they're a bit gun, you know. Yeah. Yeah, I saw that, well, I heard that audio, Joe. Why fax paper, Beanie? Okay, guys, we're approaching 9:30 a.m., so hopefully in a few minutes we're going to see a Ramaphosa. We've got over 300 people here. That's a good number. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. Let's just get Ramaphosa in front of the stage, shall we? Yeah, Massimo's raised a very interesting point. Anybody hear the rumor that unions are preparing to shut down hospitals because of wage increases not being forthcoming? I actually heard it was actually a particular trade union which deals with the younger nurses. Okay. Anyone found any evidence of live streams happening around the place? Because I think Ramaphosa might be pulling one of his delays again. I'll show you what I see on the channel that I was going to link into. You can see that they've still got the waiting for it to go live. So there's really nothing I can do about the situation from this end. Jaka, I've got to say you do a great job as a moderator, buddy. Keep it up. Yeah, wasn't that interesting? We had 3 dislikes on that other channel, which live stream channel, which I've deleted before we even went live. I've obviously got 3 enemies out there. I think I know who they are. Yeah, we'll just keep waiting for another few minutes, and what I might do if he doesn't come on by, let's say, 9:45, I might just leave that open so that when he comes on you can watch it then, and keep on chatting in the side chat. So guys, this is a good time to mention this. Please don't forget, we've got this painting coming up for auction very shortly. It's one of the big 5 by Bonnie Hutt. The current bid is by Clint and it's for 10,000 Rand. We will be auctioning it probably next month when Jason Bartlett gets to Washington DC, and the money from the sale of the painting will go to Jason to help him fund his walk. Quite an epic walk. And the news on that front is that Mavis Hutchinson, who is a South African living in Cape Town, she's 95 years old, and she was the first woman to run across America, and she's done a little video that we'll be playing at that particular live stream. Mavis Hutchinson, 95 years old, and guess who is her granddaughter? This is the incredible coincidence that happens so often on this channel. Yeah, her granddaughter is Bonnie Hutt, the artist of the buffalo. Isn't that extraordinary? Grandmother ran across America back in the 1970s, and now you've got Jason Bartlett walking across America, at right now, and no connection between them, but historically fascinating connection. Yeah, Jocko, look, he's certainly a lefty, but it was what I found really interesting in the discussion we had was that he agreed with me with most things, that the ANC were completely incompetent. They totally screwed up South Africa. Yeah, I mean, he basically agreed with most of what we believe and think. Where he differs is obviously the social aspect and the political correctness, and that's fine. I mean, everybody is able to have their own point of view. Jennifer, I'm sure that everybody's going to get through this fine. I hope you've prepped, and if you need to self-isolate, I hope you can do that as well. Still no news from Ramaphosa. Wow. You'd think the president would be on time, wouldn't you? Val says SABC News says 9:30. Not sure what time zone they're referring to. Probably 9:30 tonight, Australian time, Val. They're probably watching my channel. By the way, talking about the coronavirus, has anyone seen this channel, which is quite extraordinary? It's a live channel, and let me just pull it out here, and you can have a look. Okay, here we go. It is absolutely extraordinary. Okay, let me get that up. Here we go. Have a look at that. This is live the whole time, and it's giving updated figures. There are now 344,673 reported infections, 14,753 deaths. 192 different countries are now impacted by the coronavirus. You could pretty well say the whole world has been impacted by the coronavirus now. Okay, I'll just put the link to that for everybody, so if you want to go and have a look at this in your own time. Okay, that's a link to the site that I was just showing. It is a fascinating site because it actually updates in real time. Okay, President Cyril Ramaphosa is still a no-show, guys, I'm afraid. Yeah, that's right, Tony Lynn. It takes you back to the actual YouTube video where that live video, information has been played. Are they saying 10 o'clock now, 007? "10 a.m. I believe is the new time. Alright guys, I'm sorry about this, but there's really not much I can do about it. If Hippo Eyes is going to be late, it's it is what it is. I'll do that, Sharon, thank you. Yeah, isn't that crazy, Keith? 4,000 people dead in Italy. Absolutely horrific. I think it's going to be a high percentage in South Africa because of the HIV and the TB that they've got in the townships. It's going to be horrific. Yeah, only 20 minutes now, guys. Yaka, how does a steam locomotive run without coal? Yeah, look, Lincoln raises a really good point because, you know, when you got the media all sitting there waiting and there's a no-show like he did last night and now compounding it by being late today, it's really poor form. It really is poor form. But that's okay. We'll fill in the time until he comes on at 10. Ah, Ian, you heard that Zuma was arrested. Where did you hear that? Has anyone else heard of Zuma being arrested? Yeah, Jacko, that's exactly what people have to do. And what I'm going to do this week is I'm going to try and find out how to sort out this issue with premiering live streams, because it's crazy when you have it sitting there and you follow everything they tell you to do and then it doesn't work. It sounds like the South African government. Wow. Ian, you've been waiting 2 years to find a job. That's crazy. Wow. Well, guys, at least we can chat in the side chat while we wait for the president. It's better than just looking at the screen like I am. You know what I imagine? Gotta tell you, I imagine Cyril Ramaphosa in a back room watching this live stream and laughing, you know, saying, ha ha, ha ha. Yeah, his notes were stolen. I reckon. I hear what you're saying, Jaka. Ah, I heard that they had a arrest warrant out, but I didn't know they'd actually served it on Zuma. Oh. Thank you, Amanda. That's very sweet of you. Yeah, look, Jakes, you've really hit the nail on the head, and that is that, I mean, who can afford to pay 1,400 Rand to be tested? That's crazy. Take care, Cyber. Thank you for joining us. And I do apologize for the no-show of Ramaphosa. But we got 10 minutes to go, so hopefully it'll start happening soon. RJ says, any way we can swap Cyril for Donald Trump. I don't think you would get Donald Trump coming to South Africa. Oh boy. So, tell me guys, how was your weekend in South Africa? Has someone got a happy story to tell us? Anyone got engaged or married or anything like that over the weekend? Yeah. Bloom, cold and wet, Joe. Well, at least it's good for the farmers, I guess. Andy, you're in Cairo. Wow. Guys, if Ramaphosa doesn't appear by 10 or after 10, what I'll do is I'll just leave this live stream up on the screen, and you know, if you want to hang around, you can, but otherwise, you know, I just don't know when Hippo Eyes is going to make an appearance. Yeah, well, Benita, I'll tell you, my neighbors have the coronavirus, and even now I can hear them, that dry cough, you know, sort of hacking cough. It's awful. Oh, I think we might be going live. Oh, it says, no, it says this. Oh gosh, what are they doing? Okay, guys, I'm just going to show you what it now says on Enca's website, because that's, there we go. It says this video is now unavailable. So they've actually taken down their live stream link to President Ramaphosa's address to the nation. So I'm not sure what's going on. Okay, let me just, guys, you chat away in the side chat. I'm just going to go and have a look at a couple of things here to see if I can find what is going on. Okay, that's the speech that he cancelled last night. Okay, this is SABC. Here's SABC, and they've said that he should have started 53 minutes ago. So they've basically got the same problem as Enca. Okay, so guys, look, if Ramaphosa doesn't make an appearance by 10, I'll just leave this up. Hopefully he'll come on later on, because I need to go and get some sleep. I've got an early start in the morning my time, and I'll be actually talking, it's interesting, I'll be talking to Margaret and Fiona and Carlo, and we're looking at setting up a project to help that poor white community at Mamre. You know, the one that I spoke to Carlo about the other day. We're seeing if we can set something up there, some kind of a project to help these guys. He probably had too much to drink last night. Oh, Ryan, thank you for joining us. This is your first time on my live stream, is it? You should go and have a look at some of the older ones. We've had a lot of fun with the live streams here. Okay. Yeah, everybody's been caught with their pants down. They've all their live stream alerts, they've kind of putting them on hold now. So we weren't the only ones. Oh, well, welcome, Jacques. Nice for you to join us. I hope you guys have both subscribed and clicked the like button and also rung the bell. If you ring the bell and click on all, you'll get all the notifications. Jarko says maybe good news that Cyril contracted Covid-19. Thank you, Atlantic. By the way, I put up the last chapter of Sinef and Rensburg earlier today. That's chapter 5, and it's quite amazing how his prophecies were just so spot on. Yeah, I did, Joe, about the DA and the EFF suggestions. You know, Standard Bank is giving a 3-month pay or holiday without having to pay for businesses, which is, you know, that's about the least they can do. These banks are so damn mean. It's crazy. Thanks, John Louis. I'm pleased that you enjoy the channel. Keith says, do you hear the bell when we click it? No, I certainly don't. But I do follow how many subscribers I've gotten. I hit 60,000 over the weekend, which was fantastic. I'm so happy about that. And on the 2020 channel, we've got just about 25,000 subscribers, so we've got a total of 85,000 now. You're very welcome, Sherry. I hope you enjoy it. Oh, so Nedbank have done that too. Well, that's good news. That'll force ABSA and FNB to do the same thing. Okay, guys, in 8 minutes we'll know if Ramaphosa is a no-show. Because after an hour of waiting, it's just a bit silly. Yeah, that really annoys me, Amanda, when dogs bark all night long. Wow, why was your motorcade opening and closing? Johan, talking about George Soros, I think Soros is evil personally. Hi Fiona, thank you for joining us. We're having a problem here with the transmission of Ramaphosa's speech. It was supposed to be at 9 o'clock in the morning. It was then 9:30 in the morning. We're now told it's going to be at 10 o'clock in the morning, so we're just having a bit of a chat here in the meantime. Ramaphosa management. Do I support the suggestion that South African Airways get liquidated? I think it's absolutely tragic that that airline was just brought down the way it was by the ANC, and it's a canary in the cage. It's what's going to happen to the rest of South Africa when it comes to state-owned enterprises and eventually the country. Yeah, that's exactly right, Jaka. The banks don't care about small fries at all. Yeah, he certainly is on African time, Fiona. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Oh, let me have a look and see. Yeah, no, SABC are... Okay, now they've changed the time, guys. They've changed the time to 23rd of March 2020 at 5:50 p.m. So, 5:50 p.m. that is, let me work this out. Oh my gosh. That's about 2 a.m. my time. Okay. I'm going to shut down this live stream. I do apologize that it was a no-show, but it wasn't my fault. Etienne said Hippo Eyes will be live in 65 minutes, according to Enka. Is that right? But we heard that so many times now. Okay, I think the best thing to do is, because you're getting bored of my ugly mug, this old fart. What I'm going to do is I'm going to shut down this live stream at 10 a.m. and I'll be back here in about 50 minutes, and if Ramaphosa does make a presence at that time, we'll go live again. If he doesn't, I'll just go and catch up on some sleep. It'll be a very short live stream if Ramaphosa doesn't make a presence. Alright guys, 2 more minutes and I'm going to shut down this live stream, but thank you so much for being patient. I do apologize about the mess up with Ramaphosa and his timing. But that's the joys of having live streams, isn't it? Hi Fiona, and 007 says Hippo Eyes is scared of you, Scott. Well, his nasty little fingers can't grab me, that's for sure, because I'm not in South Africa. Oh no, it shouldn't clash, Fiona. What Fiona's talking about is at 8 p.m. Johannesburg time tomorrow night, I've got a live stream with Fiona and with Margaret and a couple of other people regarding this new project we're working on. So, can we confirm that Enco is saying that Ramaphosa will be on in about 58 or 55 minutes now? Is that the latest news? Ah, now he's going to be on tonight. Okay. All right, guys. Look, thank you for joining me. I do apologize for the false, yeah, the no-show, if I can put it that way. I hope to see you. I'll get up early and do a live stream with Ramaphosa at 5 p.m., which, as I say, would be about 1 a.m. my time. Alrighty, so I better go to bed and get some sleep. Take care, guys, and hope to see you in the morning. Yeah, I get that, Chaka. No, it won't conflict with the one that we're going to be holding. Now, Sherry says it's on in 55 to 65 minutes, but who knows? Where did you hear that, Sherry? Okay, Zach, where are you hearing that? Thanks, El. Is that Enka saying that? So, Sherry, a friend of yours linked to Bura Lishion is saying that it's going to be on at 11 o'clock. How would he know? Does he have contacts in the ANC? Ah, look, I think that they've changed the time. No, Jack, I think I'm going to catch up on some sleep. It looks to me like it's going to be at 8 p.m. tonight. So just so everybody knows, we'll do the live stream at 8 p.m. And Fiona, could you reset the live stream that we were going to have at 8 p.m. tonight for, let's say, 7 p.m. an hour earlier? Could you have a chat to Margaret and the others? I'm going to try and set up another live stream like I did earlier. I'm just going to try something else because I've got to sort this out. And seeing that Ramaphosa is a no-show, we really haven't had much damage done here. Thanks, Fiona. That'd be great. So we'll be on 7 p.m. Johannesburg time. Yes, yeah, Fiona, 7 p.m. All right, guys. Take care. And I'm going to put up another alert, and this time I'm going to try another strategy. If it doesn't work, we'll just revert to what we did here before. All right, take care. Bye for now.